So I just wanted to talk about negative feedback, and what you often realize is that negativity in other people's life, you got to realize that they are in a bad spot to do that, and to not really, you know, be kind to you when they're giving you any sort of feedback. I think that's like really an interesting phenomenon, and if there's anything that you can learn from what I talk about, is just try to be kind as much as you can. I know it's really difficult, and I know that a lot of people don't understand the sort of nature of what I'm talking about. But um, I am just I'm blown away the amount of people that are just really hurting in this world. I think that's really deep down inside where it's coming from. It's just people are just hurting. And they're just not in a great position. So they end up being kind of not nice. And that goes for like all parts of your life. It goes for all moments that you might be talking about and thinking about. Is that just people are ready to just not be good. And I just want to remind everybody, even if that happens to you, they're in a bad spot. I'm not saying that, to sit there and sort of, um, you know, I'm not saying to excuse any negative behavior and bad behavior and things like that. That's not what I'm saying at all. I think, there's a real big difference between um, being in a situation and somebody being not nice and somebody being nice, right? Like there is a lot that's going on in terms of what normal, regular, well-adjusted, kind people don't go around being just nasty to other people. And you gotta remember that, right? Like people that are adjusted, they're kind, that they have a good heart. They actually go around helping other people out, and they promote other people, and they make them feel better. They might sort of tell the truth, the sort of blunt truth, but they go around helping people, and they go around being just, making people better. There's not a lot to be said about people that are not doing that, right? And that means that they're just not in a good spot. People haven't coached them. They're there's just so many different factors that go on, right? Some people should be on medication and they're not. Um, there's just a lot that is going on in other people's lives, and you can't forget that it's not you, it's them. And the more that you sort of realize this, like, man, like the rest of the world is there's a lot of hate, there's a lot of just anger, and frustration and anxiety, and that's what it comes down to, right? Like you could be the kindest, generous person that's just full of goodwill, and people are going to be angry at you. Think about like Gandhi, for example, right? Like just pure of heart, or Nelson Mandela, just pure of heart. And yeah, okay, maybe that they have stories that should be told and all that kind of stuff that sort of tells them that they're a normal human being, and or uh, you know, any person like that. You think about like how persecuted they were, and they were just trying to be kind, trying to be nice. Mother Teresa, you know, um, just trying to be kind, and then just persecuted over and over and over again. It's because people are not in a good spot. Other people are not in a good spot. They can't stop and recognize that this person is trying. They're trying to be kind. They're not trying to be mean. That they're actually trying to be a decent human being. And I think the world forgets about that. You're gonna forget about that, right? So you're gonna get attacked. a bunch in your life. You gotta, and it hurts, right? It does hurt. I, you gotta remember to take a step back and say they're just not in a good spot. They're really not. Like there's stuff that's going on with them, and it's unfortunate that sort of meanness and all of that kind of stuff has become acceptable. It's sort of behaviors, but I think, I mean, maybe it's just me being rosy, but I'm hoping that that sort of diminishes as we figure this out, and how to deal with this in society. But we need to come back to just being kind, right? Like, there's a lot of things that I don't agree with other people, but at the same time, I try to be kind, and I think that's the key thing, is to come back to that, is to use that. You don't have to be mean. You don't have to say nasty things. Just remember that, to be kind. If you're listening to this, you're probably the person that is kind, and people are mean to you and all of that kind of stuff. Well, just remember to ground yourself as who you are. This is who you are, right? And you're trying to be a good person. And if people attack you, they're just in a really bad spot at this moment. And even Mother Teresa, even Gandhi, even like all of these sort of figureheads that you might have thought about over the years, that people have thought were just like really good people, they've been persecuted. And so just remember that. Just being kind and generous, you're not going to get a lot from it. It's a long term play. And it's tough. But you know what? You can either be about that life and be like that person that's kind, or you can, absorb all of that kind of stuff and just not not enjoy it. So I just want you to remember that. Be kind. Other people, if you're being kind, you're trying to be kind, and you're, doing everything in your possibility to be a good person, man. And if people are not, happy with that, they're the ones that are dealing with some emotional crap in their life that they can't get over. All right, take care and have a wonderful day.